Okay. Good evening. It is 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, March 17th, 2021, and this is the regular meeting of the Sandpoint City Council. I now call the meeting to order. For the record, I am Mayor Shelby Ronstadt, presiding in Sandpoint Community Hall, 204 South First Avenue in Sandpoint, Idaho. Also present are council members Deb Rule, John Darling, participating remotely, Kate McAllister, and Andy Grote. We expect Joel Aspiro to be with us shortly here in the next few minutes. Councilwoman Shannon Sherman is absent this evening. We will now recite the Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone will please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First this evening is a brief presentation from Sandpoint Urban Renewal Agency. The chair of the board is here with us this evening, Eric Paul. The floor is yours, Eric. Thanks for being here.
Good evening, Mayor Shelby and council members and city staff. So you have in front of you the 2020 annual report for the Sandpoint Urban Renewal Agency. It's a report that we are obligated to create every year. It's filed with the city, and it's part of our legislative duties for that. So I'm here to entertain any questions you have on the annual report or any other answers or questions you have on the renewal tonight.
No questions?
Perfect. Is that a record?
I think so.
You got the timer on? Great, thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it.
It is in
Okay. Are there any announcements from council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, if I may.
Yeah.
I have been absent our last couple meetings, but as usual, just a brief update on the COVID status. We have a total of 279 deaths and only 37 since the beginning of February. So that is definitely a great decline. So that is very positive news. And hopefully we'll continue to head that way. And we only have 25 hospitalizations and 33 new cases today. So again, as always, I still would like to ask for a brief moment of silence for those people that have passed over the last month.
Clerk, can we have 30 minutes of silence in recognition of those who passed?
30 seconds?
Yeah.
Starting now. That's 30 seconds, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Is there anything else? Okay. Any other announcements from council? Staff?
No announcements
No?
this evening,
Okay.
Mayor.
Great, thanks. I thought Tori was going to say something. It's just teasing. Okay, we'll now proceed with the public forum portion of the meeting this evening, which gives the public the opportunity to address council regarding items listed on the consent calendar and any topic not on this evening's agenda. At this time, I'll take just a moment to recite the rules and procedures for public comment during Sandpoint City Council meetings, both during public forum and also during other opportunities for public comment during this meeting. To accommodate those who wish to speak on general items during the public forum, as well as those who wish to speak on specific business items on our agenda, a total of 20 minutes will be dedicated to public forum at the beginning of the meeting. If you would like to speak and did not have an opportunity to do so, we will give everyone an opportunity to speak by reopening the public forum at the end of our regular agenda. Please note, if you're participating by Zoom, you'll need a working microphone on your smartphone or computer in order to participate. When your name is called, you'll see a prompt on your screen to unmute. You'll need to press or click the unmute button in order to be heard. For those participating in the meeting room in person, if you wish to speak, you'll need to fill out a sign-up form and hand it to the clerk. Are the sign-up forms at the front back table over there? Okay, thank you. The forms are back there. In the interest of time, it would be appreciated if you would please do not repeat prior comments made by others, but simply state your support for those comments. Comments shall not be personally derogatory, nor shall they be personally directed at any individual, organization, or business. Public comment opportunities during meetings are for comments only. Do not direct any questions to the mayor, city council, or city staff during your comments, please. Each speaker will be allowed 3 minutes. We will now begin the first 20 minutes of the public forum. Madam Clerk, has anyone signed up to speak online?
No, Mr. Mayor, no one has signed up. If anybody participating by Zoom would like to speak during public forum, please raise your hand. No, Mr. Mayor.
Is there anyone here this evening that would like to speak during the public forum? Okay, please come forward to the podium.
Mine is for an agenda item.
Oh, okay.
Do I still have to sign in?
No, well, yes, it would be great if you signed in, but you can speak during that agenda item.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Sorry for the confusion there. So no one wants to speak during the public forum portion of the meeting? Okay. That concludes the public forum for this evening. Next is the consent calendar. For the record, the total amount of bills is $827,264.99, reflecting $233,644.93 for regular payables and $593,620.06 for payroll. Are there any items council wishes to remove from the consent calendar? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion that the consent calendar be approved.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. This will be a roll call vote.
Councilman Darling,
Yes.
Councilman Grote,
Yes.
Councilwoman McAllister,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rule.
Yes.
Great, motion passes. John, how's the sound over there? Does it sound normal? Just checking. Okay.
Sounds great.
Next item on the agenda is a proposed resolution adopting the Arts, Culture, and Historic Preservation Plan. City Administrator Jennifer Stapleton has an update for us since the plan was first introduced in January.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have had our consultants from the Lakota Group and Sorrel Phillips present this final draft master plan to the City Council. Since their presentation, we have changes, and they're important, but in terms of overall activities, they don't change our activities in the plan. I will get on here and see if I can, all right. Sorry, I'm trying to pull my screen up and my menu is in the way. I can't run my screen. Melissa, can you pull up that page for me?
Absolutely.
We had a discussion with the Kalispel tribe historian and archaeologist, and she and the chief of the tribe had reviewed the plan and provided us some feedback. It is on page 27 of the plan, and maybe, Melissa, if we could.
I had it on 24.
Yeah, if we could just, it's going to be up, second paragraph. Lake Ponderay was among our paragraph on
27?
24,
24. Okay.
second paragraph.
Okay.
And we'll need to get, we didn't make these changes in advance of this meeting because I have to send it back to the Lakota Group and they'll have to change it and remove draft anyway. So in this first paragraph, the change in this first paragraph is from the upper Kalispel to the lower Kalispel. So it was the lower Kalispels that were in the Sandpoint area, and the upper Kalispels were actually in the Clark Fork area. So there is that change, and it will be noted through the plan. So we have correctly recognized the tribe that was specifically in our area. Then there is also one area relative to where it's talking about the Plateau Indians in the Archaic period. They have just had a sentence change to reflect that hunting, fishing, and gathering have been utilized and refined into a highly developed technology that evolved over thousands of years and hundreds of generations. So those are our two changes. Otherwise, they asked that I express the appreciation of the Kalispel tribe for the inclusion of the tribe in this plan. They will be getting back to me with a representative to participate on the newly formed Arts, Culture, Historic Preservation Commission. Council approved the formation of that new commission to replace the former Arts Commission and our Historic Commission at your meeting last month. And we will be, with the adoption of this plan, we will be posting openings for that commission here within the next week, and be coming back to the council with recommended appointments from the mayor for that commission, as we have lots of work. We have a grant, currently a historic preservation grant that we can do some allocations and priorities with. Linda Heiss, our grants and performance managers, identified a couple of other funding opportunities on the historic preservation side. So we look forward to begin implementing the plan.
Great, thank you. And Madam Clerk, let the record reflect that Councilman Spiro joined us at 5:40. I saw you took a note there. I just want to make sure that we got that on the record.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And I want to thank Jennifer and staff, and also want to thank those in the commission and those in the community who've been really patient with this Arts and Culture Master Plan. I know it's kind of been looming here for a few months, and everybody's been eager to see that come through. But I was the one that was kind of holding this up, because I was really wanting to make sure that we had the tribe's participation, and that, you know, we really work hard and we espouse not just transparency, but really we try to make government as accessible as possible, and we really want to make sure everybody's voices are heard, especially with these master planning efforts. So I thought it was critical that we just slow down a little bit, make sure that we hear from the tribe and from the tribes and have their participation as well. So thanks for your patience on that. Really appreciate it. So thank you, Jennifer. Any questions from council? Okay. Is there anyone from the public that would like to comment on this issue? All right, please come forward.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I'm Ellie Sussness, a 35-year resident of South Sandpoint and former chair of the Sandpoint Arts Commission. It's so lovely and fitting that we are here in the historic Sandpoint Community Hall to talk about the Sandpoint Arts, Culture, and Historic Preservation Master Plan. I have to say how impressed I am with the consultants, the Lakota Group, and Sir Ralph Phillips. They really took a deep dive into Sandpoint's history in this document. And as an old timer like me, I sometimes feel like I've heard all the stories, and there were new stories, and this process has really reminded me that there's so much more to uncover and share with our community. As a member of the steering committee and more than a decade's involvement with our various arts organizations, I appreciate how well Lakota listened to all the stakeholders they encountered for this project. They have covered a lot of issues in the plan, but more importantly, have a really comprehensive matrix of who and how to address these in an effective manner. So I hope you share my enthusiasm by approving the plan so we can all get to work, not only for the community of Sandpoint today, but also for generations to come. Thank you.
Great, thank you. I appreciate those comments. Anyone else? Okay, Madam Clerk, is there anyone online that would like to comment on this issue?
Mr. Mayor, no one has raised their hand, no.
Okay, great. All right, I would entertain a motion to approve the resolution adopting the Sandpoint Arts, Culture, and Historic Preservation Plan. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? This will be a roll call vote.
Councilwoman McAllister,
Yes.
Councilman Spiro,
Yes.
Councilman Darling,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rule,
Yes.
Councilman Groot.
Yes.
Motion passes. And there's no new business this evening, so that takes us to the final item on the agenda, which is an executive session. I would entertain a motion to convene an executive session pursuant to Idaho Code, Section 74-2061F and J, to communicate with legal counsel regarding the legal ramifications of and legal options for pending litigation or controversies not yet being litigated, but imminently likely to be litigated, and to consider labor contract matters authorized under Idaho Code, Section 74-206A1A and B. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. This will be a roll call vote.
Councilwoman Wool,
Yes.
Councilman Groot,
Yes.
Councilwoman McAllister,
Yes.
Councilman Sparrow,
Yes.
Councilman Darling.
Yes.
Motion passes. We will now convene an executive session, and I want to thank all the members of the public who came this evening and those participating remotely online. This will now conclude our online Zoom meeting. So have a good night. Thank you for participating.